Good morning, Mama S here, and today we're going to talk about blog post number 36, Reserving Judgment. And this post was beautifully hard for me. So this was in April of this year, and it was sprung by a conversation that I had with P's biological mom. Now, I mentioned in the past that I have a very good relationship with Precocious's biological family, and her biological mom is the person that I'm the closest to. And I got a text message one night, and she said, "Can we talk?" So we put Precocious to bed, and then I gave her a call, and I was like, "Yeah, what's going on?" And we had the most beautifully difficult conversation that I've ever had to have with a person. We talked about areas that they were struggling in and what they were going to do to make things better for themselves. But ultimately, we had a conversation about permanence for Precocious. And the Precocious's biological mom said that she recognizes that things are really hard, and Precocious is having a really great time with us. She's the happiest she's been in her life. She's doing really well. She's doing better in school. She's not getting into trouble. And ultimately that she recognizes that the best place for Precocious to be is living with us. And she said that she was going to make a series of moves in her life to get herself situated and positioned to be in the best position possible. And she was just trusting that Precocious was going to live with us and would do the best living with us. And we had a series of conversations about the situations in her life that led to things being hard and things along those lines. And one of the things that she said is, I'm always so nice to her, and she never feels like I'm judging her. And like, I thought about it after the fact, and I'm like, that's because I don't. I recognize the fact that I am a couple of decisions away from being in that same situation. Now, I'm not going to make those decisions, and I've positioned my life in a way that I won't make those decisions, but that doesn't mean that I couldn't. And if you think about it, the biggest one, and there's no drug issues here, but the biggest thing to think of is people judge drug addicts. And a lot of people that are using opioids now started at the hospital. They got hurt and they got put on a pain pill, and pain pills are highly addictive, and they got addicted to that, and obviously doctors are going to stop prescribing at a certain point, and people need that fix. They've gotten addicted to that pain pill, so they go to what's next. And all of a sudden you're seeing a drug user and you're like, what happened? Like, how is that even possible? And it's like, well, they got hurt and they were on pain medication and they got addicted to it. Addiction is just that. It is addiction, and it is a disease, and it is something that is extremely challenging. And if you can look at the situation as a whole and recognize the fact that you could be in that situation but for a different set of circumstances, or if you didn't have the resources that you currently have, or if you didn't have the family that's going to support you like you currently have, or if you were never in a situation where you learned how to parent children, or you were never in a situation where you learned how to care for yourself, how can you care for somebody else? Like, if you really sit back and think about it, you'll be far more empathetic to the biological parents that you're working with. And honestly, I love Precocious's biological family just as much as I love my own. Like, they are all beautiful people that have had a series of situations happen to them, and they've made a series of decisions that I might not agree with, but that doesn't mean that I can't understand the choices and how they got to where they are. I would love to help them more than I possibly can, but ultimately you can only help people who want help, which is fair. But it's a really big thing when you can talk to someone and not judge them. And I want you to know that people can tell. People can feel it. They know when you are just caring about them and when you're not judging, and it makes a world of a difference. And ultimately, it has shaped this entire situation in a beautiful way for Precocious, to where she doesn't have to lose any family by living with us. She's just gaining more family, and you can feel that difference in a foster child. So it's a really beautiful thing, and I love talking about it, and I'd love to have a one-on-one conversation with anybody that wants to talk about it. So go ahead and let me know. Otherwise, that's just going to be the end of this video. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what any barriers you have or any successes that you have. I love hearing about success stories. But if you're enjoying, please go ahead and share, and as always, please subscribe. Thank you.